You can get here by the underground subway system, or you can walk. It's very close to get here from, say, Leicester Square, from Piccadilly Circus, from Trafalgar Square. It's all within about 5 or 10 blocks, and really the heart of town. Let's take another little stroll around the block now, show you some of the streets of the Covent Garden neighborhood. That's right, the whole neighborhood is referred to as Covent Garden, and in the center is the piazza and the pavilion. You'll find some real English characters here, right out of My Fair Lady, which is set in this very location. This is where Liza Doolittle was discovered by Henry Higgins. And still today, it's the most British of places, if filled with a bunch of tourists like us, strolling the streets of the city. Now we're heading from Covent Garden over into Soho, another fascinating part of the city. And our destination is Wagamama. Yeah, that's the name of their restaurant, Wagamama, that you'll see in a moment. It's a big hit with our groups. Here's their kitchen. There's the wok. They specialize in noodles, Japanese noodle cuisine. You can get dry noodle plates, or you can get noodles and soup. They've got about 30 different dishes here. Really a tremendous variety of types of noodle dishes, and some other dishes as well. There's a favorite. We have buckwheat noodles, whole wheat noodles, rice dishes, a few Western style dishes. It's all organic food here and very healthy for you. It's a big hit with our group, so we always make a point to have a meal at Wagamama's. However, if you're going to go there, be sure to get there relatively early, say at about 5 p.m., 6 p.m., because by 7 p.m. they're full, they don't take reservations, and you have to wait online because it's one of the most popular restaurants in town. But we've gotten here nice and early, so no problem. We're all sitting together, enjoying a tremendous feast. And the service here is really quick because the waiters and waitresses have wireless computers. Yeah, what a meal. And they zing your order right to the kitchen. And it's a very friendly staff here too. They really seem to take some kind of pride of ownership in Wagamama. On the way out, we extend our compliments to the chefs. Hello, Waikiki.
I shall come to Waikiki in Hawaii. I'll bring all my stuff and we'll do it. Hi, are you the best restaurant flowers and shorts? My son.
And there's more excitement waiting for us out on the streets of Soho. They're having a festival, so they've closed off some of the roads and put in market stalls. There's a jazz band performing in the park. People are out relaxing and having fun. It seems like every day is a festival day in Soho anyway. One of the main streets has been permanently closed off to traffic, so it's become a vast pedestrian mall. And still, we're right in the heart of town, right next to Shaftesbury Avenue. We're a block away from Chinatown. We're just another block away from Leicester Square, and our hotel just around the corner. Certainly the busiest place in town is Leicester Square. It's even more popular than Piccadilly Circus. It's lively night and day, filled with people enjoying themselves out, people watching, doing a little shopping, getting their portrait sketched maybe. There's a lot of restaurants and cafes right around Leicester Square. Actually, the eateries on the square are not really the best in town, with a few exceptions. But within a few blocks in every direction, you have a big choice of restaurants. One of the finest spots in the world for people watching. I can't think of another square, any place in Europe that is quite so lively and so busy, except maybe Piazza San Marco in Venice. But here we have a special twist. We have the oddities of London, we have tourists from all over the world, and friendly people out to enjoy themselves. After all this crowded excitement, it's nice to get back to your hotel room and rest. I'm going to take you on a walking tour right through the heart of London. We're going to take about an hour and a half walking tour. We're going to go over to Piccadilly Circus, and then up Bond Street, and back down past to Oxford Street, down passing Berkeley Square, and the Burlington Arcade. We'll have a look at Fortnum & Mason's, St. James Park, and then the changing of the guards, all in the next 2 hours. So we've got a lot to cover, so let's go right now. Bust out your cameras, because right now we're in Piccadilly Circus. Yeah, this is like the Times Square of London. A lot of action here, a lot of noise, a lot of buses, a lot of people at night, all night long. They consider this to be the center of the universe. There's about 6 streets that all come together here. Behind you is Shaftesbury Avenue. And just over there is Haymarket, where Phantom of the Opera has been for the last 10 years. Double-decker buses galore. We're going to walk up Regent Street, that beautiful curved street over there. There's also Piccadilly. So in the middle, we have the statue of the Angel of Eros, the Angel of Love. Actually, it's the Angel of Christian Charity is the official name. And that was put up for Lord Shaftesbury. This street is named after Lord Shaftesbury because he used a lot of his fortune to build housing for poor people. And underneath us is a major tube station. They call the subway a tube. A subway in England is just a pedestrian underpass, which you can also do here. You can walk from over there to there through the tube station. This beautiful curve of Regent Street was planned about 200 years ago. It was planned by Sir John Nash, one of the great architects of that time period. That was during the Georgian period of history, and it's called the Quadrant. Quadrant. It's the lower curve of Regent Street. Around the corner from Regent Street, you'll find Bond Street, which is the most elegant and exclusive neighborhood in London for Tony shops. You've got Chanel and Gucci and Hermès. There's auction houses here and the jewelry stores galore. Eat your hearts out, ladies. We're not taking time to go inside and buy anything. On our walking tours, we always do a lot of window shopping. So as you can see, we walk very slowly in some places. Asprey, one of London's more elegant shops. And on the walking tours, it gives you a chance to get a preview of where you can go back to on your own time. With our trips, we always have free time for shopping and pursuing your own interests. Recognize these 3 gentlemen? Well, you see those 2 bronze statues anyway. Looks like FDR and Churchill, that's right. Our 2 great leaders from World War II. And it makes a nice little park bench to sit down and grab a group shot at. And of course, these photos become great souvenirs for everybody when the trip's over to help them relive it. In a few blocks, we arrive at the very popular Oxford Street. And this street is like over 3 miles long. It goes all the way down as far as you can see past Tottenham Court Road, beyond the British Museum. And in this direction, it goes down to Marble Arch. And there's something like 100 shoe stores, at least 100 clothing stores, a big department store down there. And there's no private cars allowed on the street, just buses and trucks and taxis. And people, it's just opening now at 10 o'clock. If you come here at 5 p.m., it is mobbed with people. All the shoppers, all the workers just getting out of work, coming to shop. It's a brilliant street for shopping, but mostly for clothing and shoes. So if you're in the market for that, you might want to come back up here later in the day. For souvenirs, you can shop anywhere. You can shop right at Leicester Square for British souvenirs. So now we're just going to go over a block or 2 and then head back down towards where we came from and through the Burlington Arcade and onto the changing of the guards. It's all part of our easy stroll through the heart of London. It takes about 2 hours to wind up from Leicester Square up through Bond Street to Oxford Street and then winding back down. We find our way to Lower Bond Street, passing Tiffany and Chanel, and around the corner is the famous Burlington Arcade. This shopping mall is about 200 years old. Beautiful structure, very expensive stores, and across the street you'll find Fortnum & Mason's, which is a department store and specializes in food on the ground floor. All kinds of packaged foods that are very easy to take home with you.